The Chevening Scholarship Application Portal has been open from now to the 7th of October 2025. So this is your time to apply for a fully funded scholarship to study for free in the United Kingdom if you're above the age of 18 years or you've got an undergraduate certificate. This scholarship is funded by Foreign Commonwealth Office for Exceptional Leaders and is fully funded. As I said, it's a 1-year master's program in the UK, but there's some eligibility criteria you should meet, and so I'll be spelling it out in this video, and I'll put the link to application in the description of this video. So first thing is, you should be a citizen of an eligible country. So there are over 160 countries that are eligible for this Chevening scholarship, so you should make sure that you set through your country to make sure your country is eligible. Secondly, you should be committed to going back home after the program. So after you finish the master's program, which is fully funded, you should be committed to going home, because the purpose of the program is for you to go and impact the knowledge that you've gained in the UK to your country as well. So you should be committed to going back for at least a minimum of 2 years after your master's program. The next thing is that you should have 2,800 working hours, which is equivalent to 2 years full-time work employment after a degree program. So any hours you've done whilst you were still in education doesn't count towards the 2,800 hours. Anything after your education qualifies you to be counted towards the 2,800 hours. Again, you should apply for an eligible course in an eligible university, and you should have a conditional offer letter. So you should have an offer letter to the university before you put in an application for this Chevening scholarship. The next thing, you should write a good or compelling application. So this application should be devoid of using AI tools such as ChatGPT and so on and so forth, because trust me, they're going to scrutinize it. They're going to pass it through a process that is going to fill out plagiarism. Is going to bring it out. If you've plagiarized any part of your application, form, is going to bring it out. So you should make it authentic as much as possible, and it should be compelling, stating the reasons why you feel like you're a good fit for this scholarship program. The next thing is that you should have an email and a mobile number in case they want to follow up with your application, because the application goes through stages. And that brings me to the next point. You should take note of your unique reference number. So once you've started the application, it's going to generate a unique reference number for that particular application, and it's going to be asking you for this unique reference number at some point in the application. So you should take note of this unique reference number and then give them a good email address and a good mobile number or a good telephone number that is accessible to yourself. And then the last point is that you should complete the application process, because it's got timestamps, and so be committed to meeting up with the timestamps, because there is a point you might be called for an interview and so on and so forth. So be committed to be able to submit or keep up with the timestamps. I personally know people who have qualified for full funded scholarship to study in the UK, and trust me, if I was to come to the UK at any point aside coming in as a skilled worker, I believe I would have come in as a student on a fully funded scholarship, because I love free things. I am that cheap. Rather than having to come, and work for 20 hours to pay the school fees. And mind you, even if you're on scholarship, you can still work for 20 hours. But the whole purpose of the scholarship is to free you to have enough time to be committed to the studies, so that the 20 hours of extra work you do can be saved up towards the future. And so I wish you all the very best. And as I said, I'm going to be leaving the link, or the application portal link, in the description of this particular video, so they can use this to apply for the scholarship. I wish you all the very best in your application, and see you soon.